Is it insecure of a man not to like or want you to dress sexy in order for you to be his wife?
What's sexy?
What I got on, like what I got on right now.
Oh, let me, I gotta get a good look at you. Let me see, where your shirt at? Kitty, what do you think?
I think that sometimes some of y'all women really don't understand how territorial men are. It's different if you were covered up, but baby, you got tape on. So yes, of course, a man who knows how men are going to look at you, knowing that there's going to be men who are going to be predators or going to pursue you, he's right for saying that. That's not meaning that he's insecure. He's territorial. That's a man's nature, and that's absolutely okay. It's your responsibility as his woman to understand his nature and to also have boundaries with yourself, knowing what you are exposing yourself to. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be quick. I'm so glad I can have conversations with my husband because I asked him, we had a deep conversation. I said, what is it about women that will make you not wife her? And the first thing he said, the way she presents herself. That's coming from a man. Men will tell you that if you dress provocative, they're going to see you as an object. Stop calling men insecure. That is their God-given right to say, I don't want my woman to present herself out here because not only is she a representation of me, she's a representation of herself.
Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, and double honors and respect to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth, as well as much respect and honors to the brothers that are pushing this truth in sincerity across the four winds of this earth and risking their lives and freedom to do so. I would also like to give much honors and respect to the brothers and sisters that are of the hopeful elect, that are doing their very best to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High to the best of their abilities. Shalom. As you saw in this video right here, you have this woman, this Eve, that had asked a question, are men insecure due to how a woman dresses? Okay. Now here it is, the Eve that was asking this question. As you can see, I mean, she didn't have a shirt on. She has on like a jean jacket, but under the jean jacket, she doesn't have a shirt on. And I believe what she has is she has some tape or something that's holding the jean jacket in place. So you can pretty much, she's pretty much revealing, her cleavage. She's revealing, parts of her breast. And according to this Eve, she thinks that this right here is dressing sexy. Okay. But, this right here is just basically, showing everything, to the whole world. It's basically what this Eve is doing is she's showing all of her goodies. Okay. She's basically revealing to the whole world, okay, what she's working with. Okay. And with that being said, no real man is going to want to take a woman like this Eve, okay, seriously. Okay. Because what she's doing is she's dressing very provocative. Okay. And it's not that a man is insecure. Okay. It's just that a real man is not going to want to deal with an Eve like this right here, because what she's doing is she's basically an attention seeker. Okay. She's seeking attention. That's why she's trying to dress like this. It doesn't have anything to do with a man being insecure. Okay. A real man is not going to want to be with a woman like this right here, because all this woman is doing is just trying to seek attention. Okay. She's trying to seek attention from other men. Okay. And this right here can lead to a lot of other problems. Okay. It can lead to conflict. It can lead to confrontation. Okay. Anybody who's dealing with this woman, okay, they're going to have problems. Okay. Because of how she's dressed. Okay. Because what she's doing is she's showing the world. She's basically seeking attention from other men. Okay. And that right there is going to create other problems. Okay. It's going to create confrontation. Okay. With other men. Okay. Because other men are going to be staring at her. Okay. But again, no real man is going to want to deal with a woman like this right here. Okay. If a real man deals with a woman like this right here, he's only dealing with her just for fun. Okay. He's only dealing with her just for, like I say, just to have a couple of nights of fun. And y'all know what I mean. Okay. But here it is. She has the nerve to think that men are insecure because of how she's dressed. OK, no, it doesn't have anything to do with insecurity. OK, and the lady that responded to this Eve, OK, she hit the nail right on the head. OK, she hit the nail right on the head, because, again, no real man is going to want to deal with a woman like this right here that's wearing, clothing that's revealing everything. OK. And and this is why, we have to this is why this place America has to be destroyed. This is why Babylon the Great has to be destroyed, because Babylon the Great, it pushes for our women to be thoughts. It pushes for our women to be all promiscuous. It pushes for our women to hop around on a cock carousel and whatnot, and to be with multiple men. This is what Babylon the Great pushes, and this is why America, Babylon the Great, has to be destroyed. Okay, because a lot of our women have taken on these different enchantments that's being pushed out over here in Babylon the Great. But I saw this this short video, and I just thought that I would do a quick lesson on it. But here it is. You have a lot of women that dress like this Eve that ask the question, and they think that men are insecure because of how they dress. No, it doesn't have anything to do with insecurity. Okay, just a real man is just not going to want to deal with a woman, okay, that's dressed any kind of way. Because as this Eve who answered the question said, that woman is a representation of that man. Okay. And again, no real man is going to want to deal with the woman that's dressing all provocative, that's got all of her goodies out, that's got all of her breast out. OK, for the whole world to see. OK. And that right there, again, as I was saying, it could lead to confrontation. It could lead to other things. OK, and so, I'm going to go ahead and bring out a couple of scriptures, and then we're going to end the lesson. I'm not going to keep this lesson long. Okay, this is the first scripture I want to go to, and this is in the book of 1 Ezra, and this is chapter 4, and this is verse 26. And it reads, "Ye, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their sakes." Okay, because here it is. You have a lot of men, that have become simps for women like this one that's in the video that was asking the questions about men being insecure about how they dress, and whatnot. You've had, men that have become simps for women like this one in the video. Okay. And here it is. You'll have some simp men, they'll even try to wife up a chick like this one that's in the video that's dressed all provocative, and you'll even have some simps, they'll even give over their whole paycheck to a woman like this one in the video. Okay. And see, in this Eve, Eve's like her, they'll end up, taking the man's check and spending it on whatever they want. Hell, they'll even give it to another man, okay, that they're dealing with, and, in the end, all that simp is going to do is just become broke, and be hurt in the end, okay, 1 Ezra chapter 4, and this is verse 26. It says, "Ye, many have lost," Salakia, it says, "many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their sakes." Okay, because here it is, as I was saying, you'll have a lot of simps. Okay, they'll end up falling for a chick like this one in the video, and they'll just get hurt in the end. They'll end up becoming broke, because a lot of them they'll hand their checks over to that woman, trying to please that woman, and that woman, she'll end up dealing with another man, because here it is. That's why she's dressed the way she's dressed. She's dressed all provocative and whatnot, basically trying to be an attention seeker. She's basically an attention whore. Okay, and so other men are going to be trying to get with her. Okay, and then here it is. You're going to have a simp that's trying to deal with her seriously, that's trying to take her seriously, and all she's going to do is just run over him. Okay, take his money, spend it on whatever she wants to spend it on. Hell, she'll even probably give it to another man. Okay, and then in the end, that simp that's trying to wife her up, he's just going to become broke and hurt in the end. Okay. And see, and with that being said, a real man is not going to want to, deal with an Eve, dressed all, like this one in the video that's dressed all like a slut in the thought. Okay. A real man is not going to, take an Eve like this one in the video seriously, because a real man is going to peep game. Okay. And he's going to see, that this woman, that's dressed all provocative and basically, basically looking like a thought and whatnot. She's basically seeking attention. Okay, she's seeking attention from other men. Okay, she's even probably seeking attention from other women. Okay, and a real man is not going to want to, deal with the drama that's going to come with that. Okay, because drama is going to come with, that woman that's dressed all provocative. Okay, because again, you're going to have other men that's going to be staring her down, giving her looks and whatnot. Okay, you're going to be having other men that's going to be trying to slip their number to her. Okay, trying to get with her and whatnot. You may even have some other women that's trying to link up with her, and in worst case scenario, you may even have some pervert that may try to take advantage of her. Okay, and a real man, he's gonna understand that. Okay, And he's not going to want to deal with all of that. He's not going to want to deal with all of the problems, okay, that's going to come with an Eve, okay, or a woman that's dressed all provocative like this Eve in the video, okay? He's not going to take her seriously, okay? He's not going to wife her up, okay? A real man I'm talking about, okay? You know, and if a real man does deal with her, he's going to deal with her cautiously, and he's going to only deal with her just to clap them cheeks, okay? Again, as I was saying, he's not going to take her seriously. He's just going to, deal with it just for a couple of nights of pleasure, and then he's going to move on, you know? Let's get the next verse. This is 1 Ezra, this is chapter 4, and this is verse 27. And it reads, many also have perished, have erred and sinned for women. Okay? And see, I mean, I personally know men, that have gotten into fights, that have gotten into all types of altercations, that have gotten into shootouts, that have even unalived other men, okay, and went to prison, all because of dealing with a wicked woman, And again, I mean, women, dressed like this Eve in the video, got a chest all out and whatnot. She's only seeking attention, but it's the wrong attention, because again, other men, okay, are going to be looking at her. Other men are going to be staring her down, okay, and it can, and it can become disrespectful, okay, because, prime example, if someone is with a woman, that's dressed all provocative and whatnot, other men are going to be staring her down while that man is with her, and that can become disrespectful, okay, and that can, cause all types of altercations and whatnot, and as I was saying, I mean, it's the wrong attention, and worst case scenario, some pervert could, possibly try to, take advantage of them, and, anyone that, that's dealing with them could, possibly get caught up into some mess, possibly get caught up into some problems, that they're not going to probably be able to get out of, and this Eve that's, dressed all provocative in the video, she's actually, an attractive woman, but at the same time, she's no good, she's for the streets, okay? I mean, all you got to do is just look at how she's dressed. Look at how she's carrying herself, And any man who would try to, take this woman seriously, he's going to catch hell, okay? He's going to catch hell. An Eve like this one that's in the video, she's for the streets. And you just got to stand on the truth and call it like it is, okay? Because that's how she's dressed. She's dressed like she's for the streets. She's got everything all out, her breast all out and whatnot. Okay, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, and this is chapter 25, this is verse 21. And it reads, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. Okay, and see, you'll have some simps, they'll go crazy over women like this one in this, that was in the video, that's dressed all like a thought and whatnot. I know men personally that have lost everything, because they stumbled at the beauty of a woman, and they desired that woman for pleasure, and they ended up wifing that woman up. Only for that woman to basically go out and start cheating on them, and then, and basically, divorce them and take them for everything. I know men that have gone through that. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 21. Again, it says, "Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure." Okay, and see, I actually had a cousin, okay, that got life in prison, all because he stumbled at the beauty of a woman. And he desired that woman for pleasure, and he ended up wifing that woman up, and he put babies in her, and then here it is. I mean, the word was out on the street that, that she was, basically cheating on him, with multiple men and on multiple occasions, and, my cousin, he ended up going to prison. He ended up getting life in prison because he was found guilty, of unaliving her and the man, that she was cheating on him with, And my cousin, he ended up dying in prison. I think he ended up having some type of kidney failure or liver failure or something like that. But, he always, my cousin, he always maintained his innocence. But, however, the evidence was pointing, to him, as the one who unalived his wife and the man that she was cheating on him with, But this happened all because he stumbled at the beauty of a woman, and he desired her for pleasure. And as I was saying, he ended up wifing her up, okay? And she ended up, basically, riding the cock carousel, and whatnot, and, and he ended up doing life in prison and died in prison, behind it. Okay, this is 1 Timothy, and this is chapter 2, and this is verse 9 that I want to start in. And it reads, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array. Okay, and see, there's nothing modest about how this Eve was, dressed. This Eve that was in the video that I shared with you in the beginning, there was nothing modest about how she was dressed. She had her breast all hanging out and whatnot. She's leaving nothing to the imagination. She's basically out in public, looking like a slut, okay, looking like a thought, okay. You just got to stand on the truth and call it like it is, And then she had the nerve, to ask why men are insecure about women dressing sexy like her, boy. And again, like I say, it has nothing to do with a man being insecure. Problems, okay, can come with women who dress like her, okay? And I addressed those problems earlier, earlier, okay? Again, women who dress like this right here, you best believe problems are going to come, okay, with women who dress like this right here, okay, for a man that's trying to deal with them. Okay, because again, you're going to have other men that's going to be, eyeing them down, other men that's going to be trying to hook up with them, possibly even other women that's trying to hook up with them, okay? And as I was saying, worst case scenario, you may have some pervert out here that may try to take advantage of them, okay? 1 Timothy chapter 2, and this is verse 9 again. It says, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array. Okay, and again, there was nothing, modest about how this Eve was dressed. Okay, actually seeing this Eve, the way she was dressed is actually embarrassing. It's actually shameful. Okay, because a lot of our women dress like this, and see, we're supposed to be a holy people, and there was nothing holy about how this woman was dressed. Like I said, she's leaving nothing to the imagination. She's got everything out, and see, here it is, these other nations, they look at our people, and they just frown and laugh, because of how low, we've become as a nation. Okay. And again, there's nothing shamefaced about how this Eve in the video, there's nothing shamefaced about this Eve. Okay. Because if she was shamefaced, she would not be dressing like this all out in public, 1 Timothy chapter 2, and this is verse 10, and it reads, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Okay, and see, there's nothing godliness about this Eve in the video, that was dressed like a thought and whatnot. Okay, nor is there anything that displays good works about this Eve. Okay, like I say, women like this one in the video, they're going to come with many problems. Okay, and men of Israel, you want to stay clear of women like this one that was in the video, because again, women like this one in the video that's dressed all like a thought, that's dressed all provocative and whatnot, dealing with women like this right here will make your life a living hell, will make your life a living hell. You want to stay clear of women like this right here. Okay, this is the book of Deuteronomy, and this is chapter 23, and this is verse 17. And it reads, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, Salakia, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. Okay, let me read that from the top again. Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 17. It says, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. Okay, and see, this Eve in the video, she looks like a whore, like a thought, considering how she's dressed, she's actually an attention whore, because she's trying to get attention. She's seeking attention. She's trying to turn men's heads. She's possibly even trying to turn women's heads as well. Okay. That's why she's dressed like that, and, most men who see women dressed like this, they look at them as being whores and thoughts. Okay. men look at women like this Eve in the video, as someone that you can basically throw a few dollars at and have a good time with them, basically get your rocks off on, and send her on her way, That's how men look at, women like this Eve in the video. They look at someone that they look at him as someone that you can basically, like I say, toss them a few dollars, have a good time with them, get your rocks off on them, and then send them packing, Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 17 again, it says, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Zion. Salaki, I keep saying that. Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 17 again, it says, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. Okay, and see, here it is. I mean, a lot of our women, they have become whores. Okay, a lot of our men, they have become, sodomites. Okay, here it is over here in Babylon the Great. You got men dealing with men over here. You got men acting all effeminate and whatnot. This is why this place Babylon the Great has to go. It has to be destroyed. Okay, this is why we got to get the hell up out of Babylon the Great. Because this place, like I say, everything is turned upside down over here. It pushes out nothing but wickedness. And those of us that are of the hopeful elect, we look forward to the downfall of Babylon the Great. And this place is falling right before our eyes. And it's going to fall. And those are people who don't want to let it go. Those are people who don't want to come up out of it spiritually and return to the Father and the Son. They're going to fall over here in Babylon the Great. Okay. I think I got one more scripture I'm going to bring out, and then we're going to end the lesson. Okay, this is Lamentations, and this is chapter 2, and this is verse 15. And it reads, all that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? Okay, and see these other nations, when they see our women, dressed like this, they laugh, they scoff, they shake their heads. These other nations, they love seeing our people in a low state, because this Eve, dressed like this, the one that's in the video, she thinks that she looks good, but she's actually, in a low state because she's dressed like a thought, these other nations, they love seeing our women destroyed like this Eve, in the video. Because she's destroyed, okay? Because here it is. I mean, she's dressed all with provocative and everything, but she thinks that she looks good. She thinks that she's sexy, Okay. Let's read this again. This is Lamentations chapter 2, and this is verse 15. It says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? Okay, and see, again, as I was saying, I mean, these other nations, they love seeing our people destroyed. They love seeing our women destroyed, like this Eve in this, in this video. In this Eve in the video, she's discontinued from her heritage. She's destroyed. Okay, because if she knew her heritage and if she feared the Lord, she would be shamefaced. She would be covered up, in some modest clothing. Let's get the next verse. Lamentations chapter 2, this is verse 16. It says, all thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we look for. We have found. We have seen it. Okay, and see these other nations, they talk about us. They shake their heads. They gnash their teeth when they see us coming. These other nations have come against us. They love seeing us at a low state. Okay, they love seeing our women in a low state because it's and because it's Eve in the video, she thinks that she looks good, but she and other Eves like her that dress like this, they're in a low state. And these other nations, again, they love seeing our people in a low state. They love seeing our women in a low state, dressed like dots and sluts and whatnot. Here it is. These other nations, they applaud our demise. These other nations, they have helped Esau, carry on the affliction of our people, And, again, this is why we got to get the hell up out of Babylon the Great. This is why this place has to be destroyed, and it's going to be destroyed. And again, those of our people who don't want to come up out of this place, those of our people who don't want to repent, Those are people who don't want to return to the Father and the Son. They're going to be destroyed over here in Babylon the Great. And so that's pretty much the point. I'm going to go ahead and end off here. I hope it was edifying. Once again, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and double honors and respect to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Kwame Yasharala and Abba Baba. Shalom.